Hello and welcome to this video about Gary VanRemortel's Jaguar XK8 Bible. This is video GV0 in my series of videos about the XK8 Bible, and in this video we're going to do a basic introduction. As part of the introduction we're going to do basically 4 sections. It's going to be broken down into 4 sections. Section 1 we're going to look at the history. Section 2 where to find it. Section 3 the search tool, and section 4 the first couple of pages of the XK8 Bible, the introduction and the index. If you're watching this video you're probably interested in Jaguar XK8s or Jaguar XKRs, X100s. If you are, mind to suggest you subscribe to my channel by pressing the rectangular red subscribe button with subscribe written on it, clicking the bell to be reminded when videos are aired, and click the thumbs up if you like the video or thumbs down if you don't. And if you have any questions or comments, and please ask them in the comment section below the video. Section 1, the history. So where did the XK8 Bible come from? Well, it's been written by a guy called Gary VanRemortel, and he's honed his Jaguar XK8 and been running it as a daily driver for roughly 9 years, and as a mechanical engineer he's been regularly maintaining his own car, and obviously in that time he's got a massive experience and gained a lot of information about the car. So he started creating a document, and the whole point of writing the document was to actually condense everything he gleaned from the forums into a small space, a small record, so that he could refer to it, and maybe possibly others could refer to it. And it was originally hosted by the Jaguar forums, but more recently it's been hosted by John D to the Garage, which we'll come into shortly. So that's the rough history of where it's come from. So Gary VanRemortel is a real big fan of this mark, and he's willing to share all the benefit of his experience running his car with anybody else. Now his car is particular in that it's the later 4.2 AGA 34 engine. Basically I think his model is a 2005 model convertible, but a lot of the stuff gleaned in there is still useful for the earlier models, and it's well worth a read. So that's the bit of a short history. A couple of additional points then. Obviously Gary is based in the USA, so a lot of the references are based on support companies and websites based in the US, but it is still of interest. And another point is all the underlined blue references, sngbarrett.com, as you can see there, jaguarheaven.com, they're actually live links, so when you get the document and press on those it will direct you to the website. Section 2 then, where to find the document, where the XK8 Bible. So first of all, in order to find the Bible you need to go on to John D's To The Garage website. So you just type in To The Garage, not as we say up north, To The Garage, all one word, and you'll come up with John's website. Go all To The Garage home, that's it. And John has kindly hosted the Bible here. If you go to the tab here, Bible and other useful documents, and basically click on the latest update, and that's the easiest and best way to get a copy of the Bible. You can download it, but I suggest you don't, because this way you get the latest version every time. So there you go, that's how you find it. Section 3 then, the search tool. The search tool can be accessed within the PDF by either going on the left hand side toolbar and pressing the magnifying glass. It brings up the search bar, or you use the Control and F key and it'll bring up the same search bar, and all you need to do is type in the part of the car you want to look at, say for example coolant, and it will give you all the entries where coolant is listed. One thing to note, this is it's looking for that string of characters, so if you put oil for example, even words with oil in them, and you see here coil also has oil in it, it brings up those occurrences. So if we go back to coolant for a moment, it's one problem with this search function on PDF, not with the XK8 Bible. So coolant, there you can see lots of occurrences of coolant. The first one to click at, so obviously OE coolant is orange Dexcool 080 meeting for WSS-M97 B44D2. There you go, straight to the information most people need. A couple of other searches to do. Say I've just done a video on window rattle, so just type in window rattle. Oh, one occurrence of that. Gary's done a bit of a write-up about that, and here, this paragraph here is all you need to know about window rattle, albeit in a very condensed form. One more search, say quite a common one, bulb. Lots of occurrences for bulb. If we click the first one, you've got you get to the section where Gary lists all the bulb references, the use, wattages for both the external car and interior of the car, and even the instrument panel. So here you see this search function is very useful. Finally, if we just put in say service, you've got the service intervals here, and Gary's kindly listed all the major items, service intervals, right up to the long lead, high mileage items. So there you go, the Control F search function for searching PDF documents, and in particular the XK8 Bible. Section 4 then, introduction and index pages. So quickly looking at the first couple of pages of the XK8 Bible, the introduction and the contents. So Gary refers to the other XK8 related document that can be found on tothegarage.co.uk, and just to reiterate, there is a lot of information on there. Please take a look. There's TSBs, service documentation, engine and gearbox data, lots of things on there, so a good reference there to a database. And thanks to John D's To The Garage website and YouTube channel for hosting that. What Gary does say in the beginning of this document, it is for educational purposes, shall not be sold, posted or altered unless approved by author in writing. And he reiterates he's a mechanical engineer, so he doesn't take any responsibility for this information, but it is the benefit of experience that he's built up in creating this document, as we said previously. Gary references several other information resources at the start of the document. sngbarrett.com is one, UK and US supplier, terrysjag.com, and various other websites, suppliers and forums at the beginning. A couple of pictures of Gary's car, and then we got the specification of his vehicle, his Cabriolet. It's actually a 4.2 litre V8 Cabriolet, and he also supplies all the dimensional information, which if you've got a garage and you're worried about parking it, it's useful to know. So got all that data, and then he provides a full page of the contents or basically lists all the sections within the 35-page Bible. Overview, body, engine bay, valve train, ignition, lubrication, cooling, serpentine belt. There's basically a section for everything. including a couple of good sections on condition inspection, crank with no start checklist, this sort of stuff. So if Gary's, as we said before, if Gary's had an experience of it, he's written it in this document, and you can get the benefit of using it. Okay, there you go. A brief introduction to the XK8 Bible, the history, where to find it, search tool, introduction and index. I'm planning to make a few more videos based on the contents of the XK8 Bible with Gary's permission. Thanks very much again for Gary VanRemortel for writing the document, allow us to make the video, and John D for hosting it. Both great guys helping the XK8 community. Hopefully you'll find that useful. I'm sure I really do find that the XK8 Bible of great benefit. Hopefully that'll help you find it and make use of it yourself. Thank you very much. Please like, comment, share and subscribe if you'd like to see more XK8 videos.